Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Saga stream. It's your boy, not Skinny Penis. Hi, everyone. I apologize for the late start. I was trying to figure out why in the hell on my reaction, like my reaction tab for OBS, wasn't working. But I very much hope that, hi, how are you? That, oh my god. I very much hope that my mic is working. I know last time it was having issues. Hi. Also, fun fact, I have two screens now. So I have you and then I have you. So if I look this way, look. Oh, cat here. It's because I'm looking at chat right now. It's working. Okay, God bless. So in a few minutes, I will be reacting to something that a content creator friend of mine, Patrick, made and then made a reaction to in regards to another content creator friend of ours. Hi, non-binary bean. Oh my god, hi. Thank you. So we're gonna be talking about asexuality and SSRIs and all of that fun stuff. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to contribute necessarily because I'm not a medical professional. So we're going to listen to Pat and see what he has to say and all of that fun jazz. So we're going to get into that in a minute or two. I'm just waiting for people to come into the stream, and also making sure that my stream is working properly today, because like I said, it was having some issues. Also, please ignore animal in the background. Come here. Come here. It is what it is. Oh, I'm Aero A, so this will be interesting. I don't think I'm gonna, like I said, I don't think I'm gonna have a lot to contribute to today's like reaction, depending on how, bad or uninformed that person that he's reacting to is. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm excited. I'm just gonna give it another minute. And this is a fairly long video for Patrick. He normally does... Kitty! Yeah. He normally does about... His videos don't normally go longer than about 8 to 10 minutes. But this one is 19 minutes, so we're gonna have some fun. Like I said, we'll start in a minute. Just waiting for people to come in. I'm very, very excited. Hope y'all's week and weekend was good. Yeah, just getting settled into new way of life right now. So over in the good old US of A. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm really I started working out again because I need to. 2024 was a very stressful year, so I was stress eating a lot and not working out or moving my body whatsoever. And I'm going to be 28 this year. God. So I was like, you know what? I need to start actively taking better care of my body. So goal for the next rest of my life, getting up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, because that's when my gym opens. It opens at 5 a.m. So I woke up this morning, got back oh god, when did I get back? I got back around like 6:20 and then immediately went right back to sleep. Fun fact, if you go to the gym that early and then you fall back asleep, it's like you never went. It's a little loophole I'm finding myself in. So, okay. I think we are ready today to get into all of this goodness. So, let's see what Patrick has to say.
Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Patrick, and I create content centered around asexuality, aromanticism, other queer identities, and occasionally mental health. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and sharing it out with others. Your support means the world to me and helps amplify these conversations.
True.
Today we're going to be reacting and responding to a video by Dr. Joseph Witt-Doring, reacting to my friend Rachel's TikTok about SSRIs and asexuality.
So this is gonna be a reaction to a reaction of Rachel's content. Wait, it's 3 reactions. So I'm reacting to Pat, who's reacting to this doctor. I apologize that I did not get his name fully. And then the doctor is reacting to Rachel. So it's three people reacting. But the reason I wanted to react to this is because I think it's an important conversation to have, especially in the medical communities and the asexual community as a whole. Like I said, I'm not too sure I'm going to have a lot to say in regards to all the medical stuff because I'm not a medical professional. However, let's get into this because I think it's very important and it's a very big misconception for a lot of people that SSRIs make you asexual.
You may remember this topic from some of our past discussions, which I'll link in the description below for further context. Before we dive into that,
I will also link when I'm done with stream today to to Patrick's channel.
I also want to remind you that my book, Limitless, Poetry of an Aromantic and Asexual Journey, is available right now for pre-order and will release on February 18th. That's only 24 days from this video. Be sure to check out the link in my description to grab yourself a copy.
Which, by the way, fun fact, and y'all are getting a exclusive, I'm going to be doing a live stream with Patrick and another asexual content creator about his book. That's going to be on the 18th, so it's going to be out on the release day. I'm not too sure what time we're going to be doing it, but I should probably figure that out relatively soon, and we'll get back to you on that. But yeah, I'm going to be hosting a stream with Patrick, so that's going to be really fun, and I'm going to start promoting it heavily next week.
To set the tone for this video, I'm going to start by sharing a poem from the book called Trust. I finally found the word for me that explains my lack of lust. A way to describe myself and why sex is not a must.
I think it's a great idea.
No!
House sitters get somewhere to
Why?
stay. We, the house owners, get someone to look after.
Okay. Sorry about the ads.
The idea of it fills me with disgust. In every conversation on sex, into which I'm thrust. But how do I talk about it? Who can I trust? When asexuality is treated as if it's a myth to bust.
Literally.
With that, let's start this video. Dr. Joseph starts by critiquing Rachel's TikTok response to the claim that SSRIs are turning people asexual. As someone who's discussed this topic many times, it's essential to address not only his points, but also the tone and assumptions behind his rebuttal.
True.
Now, let's watch this video together.
Oh my
I'm going to
god.
let his argument play out, and I'll talk about it after the video.
I've seen this argument. Hi, how are you? I've seen this argument because Patrick actually reached out to me and showed me this before he made a video, and let's all watch together, shall we?
Cody already made a great response to this comment. However, I would like to add my 2 cents as somebody who works in inpatient behavioral health and is on SSRIs. First of all, from a personal perspective, I did not get on SSRIs until I was 18. And I was asexual the whole time.
Yes.
Most people feel sexual attraction before they're 18. I did not.
True.
Second, SSRIs do not get rid of sexual attraction. They just decrease sex drive. And they very rarely take it away completely.
True.
In fact, I have several friends who are on SSRIs that don't feel their sex drive has changed at all.
Yeah.
And one last point. Let's say SSRIs are turning people asexual. Let's say that's true. Good. And you know why? SSRIs save lives. Asexuality has never killed anybody.
It literally hasn't. It hasn't. I don't understand why. So like she said, even if it was turning people asexual, I don't understand why it would be such a bit. Why do you care if someone is having sex? Why? Why do you care if someone's attraction isn't there? Like, I can understand if someone goes on SSRIs and is a little concerned about their like libido going down or whatever, but that's something to talk about with your doctor, and that's a case by case basis. I also have people in my life who are on SSRIs who have had varying degrees of that that side effect, and like Rachel said, a lot of them don't really see a big significant change in their libido. Some do, some don't. It genuinely depends on the person. But the thing is, SSRIs are there to help you. That's what they're there for. Like, oh my god.
Mental illness and suicidal ideation.
Hello. They need babies for the factory. Stop. Oh, yay! Hi! Hi, this is the first stream. Oh my god, thank you. I didn't think Med should have... Oh, I didn't think Med should have the ability to do that. Again, that's why, like, it's important to talk about it. If a decrease in libido is important to you, then maybe discussing with a doctor, a medical professional, you know, what could be an alternative to going on SSRIs or trying out different medications. But I personally don't think it's the end of the world if, but again, I'm asexual, so I don't know.
This is exactly what's wrong with medical education. This person has been brainwashed into being part of like antidepressant advertising. I mean, the things she is saying are completely false. For instance, antidepressants save lives. Well, show me the clinical trial where they do that. In fact, the only data I've seen is that they increase the risk of suicidal behavior in people under age 25. Yes, I think it is possible that for some people, the effects of these drugs may help them, but you can't have a blanket statement out there that these drugs just save lives, and because of that, we should ignore the...
But he just used a blanket statement. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna let it. Hi, how are you? Everyone, welcome to the stream.
...carnage that they're causing. Clearly, she's never been taught about the side effects of the antidepressants, such as post-SSRI sexual dysfunction, where these drugs definitely can cause this muted sexuality that, yeah, can be described as asexual because these people have no interest in forming relationships after this happens to them. This video is very disturbing and completely invalidating to people with PSSD. Unfortunately, this is very common, and I see a lot of people who hold these incorrect beliefs.
A good video starts
I
with a
need
good song.
these ads.
And get the best
Actually, you
music
know
for
what?
your
We're gonna let it run.
Wow. Okay, let's start unpacking this because there's a lot to address here.
There really is.
For one, invalidating Rachel's experiences and asexuality as a spectrum. First and foremost, Dr. Yosef's comments completely disregard Rachel's lived experience, which she has shared in her TikTok over the years.
True.
Asexuality is not a one-size-fits-all identity, and Rachel's explanation clearly acknowledges the spectrum of experiences within the ace community.
She
whether in
did.
the video that he was just reacting to, or
Hello.
any of her other videos. Rachel...
She's done such an amazing job about speaking on the spectrum of asexuality. Literally, she's one of my favorite asexual content creators out there at the moment. But it just... One of the things that happens a lot, unfortunately, and it's not just this doctor, but I feel like medical professionals in general see asexuality as a problem to overcome, which it's not. It's just someone who experiences little to no sexual attraction. There are plenty of asexual people who have healthy or even high libidos. They're different things, which a lot of people don't necessarily understand very well. But it is a spectrum, and she talks about it so well, and it is something I feel like the medical community in general needs to actively be working on in genuinely listening to asexual people or people who are on the asexual spectrum. I've cried and cried because of all of the things that Trump has done to us so far. Same. I'm so sorry. I too have.
And many of us in the ace community have repeatedly talked about microlabels, such
Yep.
as cade sexuality. This microlabel exists specifically for people who feel that they were allosexual before a trauma or external factor and
Yep.
now identify with asexuality. Those external factors can include medical side effects.
Yep.
By choosing to ignore this nuance, Dr.
There was a cat under there. I'm so
Joseph
sorry.
misrepresents Rachel's argument entirely. He cannot and should not speak for her or anyone else's experiences. Labels are deeply personal and chosen based on how someone relates to their identity.
Yep.
And reducing asexuality to just a side effect does a massive disservice to our community. What troubles me most is how this pathologizes asexuality.
It does.
Arguments like
It goes back to the whole, I mean, they have pathologized I want to say every single identity in the LGBTQA plus community. I'm sorry, I'm just making sure that the cat isn't going to hurt himself. Hi, baby boy. But it used to be something that they did with, you know, gay men and lesbian women. It's something they still actively do to trans and non-binary folks. I'm sure bisexuals have had it happen to them. I mean, bisexuals get erased all the time, and asexuality 100% gets pathologized because for some reason, like, it just bothers me how little the medical field actually cares about treating queer people with respect. Yeah.
Frame asexuality as something broken or wrong.
Yep.
A side effect to be feared or to fix. This type of rhetoric is harmful for a lot of different reasons. It reinforces the brokenness that many of us grappled with before finding our community and embracing our identities. It opens the door to people trying to correct someone, whether that be through correction therapy or through their own disturbing actions put upon an asexual person.
Yep. So is there an echo or is it just me?
I
don't mind. I figured I'd check. I literally what? I need to figure out. Is it when he's speaking or when I'm speaking? Let me see.
I always have
have
this issue.
Can you hear it now? I really need to figure out. I need to figure out how to fix this echo. I feel like I've had an echo for like years. I'm also like right next to my wall. It's so annoying. Is it still there? When I tell you I want to invest in soundproofing this room. Not as much. Okay. So I'm gonna try to be as close to the microphone as possible. You're about to get an ASMR version. Still fucking hair. Put soundproof pad on your walls and see if that helps. Yeah, that's one of the things. Unfortunately, I haven't had the money this month to get it, but shit. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. Let me see if my roomie can help me. Oh god, that's so loud. I have a question. So chat says that I still have an echo even though I unplugged and plugged in my microphone. Is there anything I can do? I know it's probably because I'm like right up against the wall. Do you hear it when we like get on Discord? Why is it only when I stream? Can you watch it and like see? Thank you. I appreciate you. Bye. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. I'm going to try to not speak. It's gonna be fun.
Fear-mongering like this only pushes people away from understanding themselves and others. Asexuality is not a disorder or a dysfunction. It's a valid sexual orientation. Treating it as a side effect invalidates the lived experiences of countless people who find empowerment and belonging within the ACE community. Dr. Yosef also claims that
The thing is, I don't think there's a problem saying in your experience it made you that way. I just personally have a problem with blanket statements saying like it'll make everyone that way. You know what I mean? Because I would never sit here and invalidate someone's experience of being on SSRIs. Yeah, that goes bad. Damn it, motherfucker. Well, thank you, Sumi. Well, how do I fix it, bitch? Come here. Should I stop? Should I stop stream and come back and retry? Retry later when you can actually fix this? When I tell you I'm so technologically illiterate. Yeah, I am. Hold on. It shouldn't be. This is so fucking annoying. What? Is it better now? Is there... What the fuck? Why is there a second one? Okay. In what world was that there? Can I get rid of this second, like, thing?
Alright, well, I'm dealing with the client. Give me a second.
No, it's okay. They're saying no echo now. Sorry about that, y'all. Holy shit.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, they said it's gone.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. Is it just me who low-key can understand why people don't understand being ace? Like, I myself struggle to understand my own ace experience. Yes! Oh my god, thank god. Okay, so... I think asexuality as a whole is hard to understand. Even if you do experience it. So before every stream, I'm gonna make sure that that's there, or I'm going to actively get rid of that. But anyway, to answer their questions, asexuality, I think, is one of the harder things for people to understand because, you know, other than the 1 or 2% of people in the world that are asexual, the majority of people experience sexual attraction. So it can be a little hard to understand or even explain that that is something that you don't experience or, you know, go about navigating. So I think it is valid for people to, you know, not understand being ace. And, like, even asexual folks to kind of not understand it to its full. And, like, going through and navigating being asexual. But, you know, it's still something that should be more respected in like, spaces.
no evidence that SSRIs save lives.
Especially the medical one. Hi! Y'all just came in when the echo got fixed. For the love of God.
While I'm not a medical professional, I've seen studies and personal stories indicating otherwise. For example, many individuals credit SSRIs with helping them manage mental health challenges, including suicidal ideation.
True.
Maybe what Dr. Yosef meant to say is that there's not conclusive evidence to suggest undoubtedly that SSRIs save lives.
Which is why when he said, like, oh, I don't like that Rachel just made a blanket statement, and then he made a very blanket statement. You know what I mean? I understand where most people in general want to make blanket statements, you know what I mean? Very black and white thinking, but I like Patrick's approach saying, like, hey, there isn't conclusive evidence that this can happen. But yeah, let's keep going.
In fact, this has been studied many times
Yes.
over.
Yes, I can. We can definitely make it louder.
With contradicting results and evidence. Some studies say that they do save lives. Some say that the results may be age dependent, and so on and so forth. But to say there's no clinical study whatsoever is a fallacy. We may never have a concrete answer, but I can say, as someone who has always known that I'm asexual, but only began taking SSRIs last summer, my outlook on life has drastically changed for the better. Again, like with asexuality, I am speaking from my personal experience and will say that the decision to take any medication needs to be carefully discussed with your doctor.
Yes.
Certainly not taking the advice of some YouTube doctor.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely think SSRI saved my life. Exactly. I definitely think if you are going to be going on any medication, honestly, it should be at the consultation of a licensed professional. Obviously, there are people. I think it's important to share information about, like, different things online. So, like, I know that there are plenty of people who saw different mental health, or different creators talking about their mental health struggles. So, like, people who have had BPD or autism or ADHD, and, like, seen people talk about it and are like, oh, maybe this is me, and then go to a medical professional to, like, get diagnosed and all of that. So I think that's very helpful for people to be talking about, but it's always important to go to a medical professional in your area to help you with it.
You know, even without concrete studies, how can anyone definitively claim that SSRIs don't save lives? Every person's journey with mental health is unique.
True.
And broad generalizations like his dismiss the real life-saving benefits some people experience. Given the results of these studies pointing in both directions, is like challenging a play in sports. Maybe the referee got it wrong. Maybe the ball hit the ground, or the shortstop missed the tag, or the player's foot was over the three-point line.
Yeah.
The problem is, there's no way to possibly have enough correct camera angles of the situation to overturn the decision. Rachel said that SSRIs save lives. Plural. Lives. She stated it for herself. I'm here stating the same for myself.
Yep.
That makes two. Plural. The call on the field stands. I may not be a medical professional, but I am an English teacher. I know a thing or two about plural language.
I found a way to
I
pay
love
less
that.
than $50 for health insurance. Here's how
Oh,
you
what
can
a
do it
cute
too.
cat.
When I
Thank
lost my
you.
job, I was stunned to see that keeping my
You may not like it, but her statement was factually correct. Now let's take a deeper dive into the discussion surrounding post-SSRI sexual dysfunction.
So this is the part in the video where I'm gonna let him speak, because, again, I am not a medical professional. I haven't gone to school for this. Rachel actually is in the works to getting a medical degree. I believe a mental health medical degree, a psych degree, but don't quote me on that. But she is in the field, and I unfortunately haven't done enough research, so I'm gonna let him just go on for a bit because I like learning new things, and I don't particularly think I'll have anything to necessarily
PSSD.
add.
And let's talk about its distinction from asexuality. PSSD and asexuality can overlap and interact, but they're not the same thing. Asexuality is primarily about experiencing or not experiencing sexual attraction. For some folks, it may involve their relationship to the act of sex itself, but it's not exclusively defined that way. PSSD, on the other hand, is a condition where individuals experience a diminishment or an absence of sex drive in response to SSRIs or as a side effect of their medication.
So I'm taking this more of as a diminishing in their libido, is that correct? Or like their libido.
This distinction is
Which is not the same thing.
crucial because PSSD is centered on physical or biological changes related to sexual functioning, while asexuality is a deeply personal identity
True.
based on patterns of attraction and orientation.
Yes.
It's why we must respect and leave it to the individual to determine whether or not they identify with asexuality as a language. I have said many times, labels are tools,
Yep.
not tests, not diagnoses. Just because he's wearing a lab coat does not mean that Dr. Youssef or anyone else can diagnose who has or doesn't have asexuality. It's innately your decision if that label fits you.
I love that so much because I feel like in a world where, like, you know, am I gay, am I asexual, am I trans quizzes on Google. Like, we grew up in this generation where, like, we want to severely fit into boxes and everything and quote unquote diagnose ourselves with, you know, labels, I suppose. That it is important to remember that being asexual or aromantic isn't a diagnosis. It is, like he said, a pattern of attraction that you may or may not feel, and that label is deeply personal and something that is for you to use if you would like to describe yourself and your experiences to the rest of the world.
Now, as far as conflating the two, that not only erases the experiences of those who identify as asexual, but it also oversimplifies the impact of PSSD on individuals.
True.
This conflation can lead to harmful rhetoric that pathologizes asexuality, treating it as a problem, like I mentioned earlier, something to be solved, rather than authentic orientation. In his reaction video, Dr. Youssef referred to Rachel's explanation as a blanket statement. No, it's not a blanket statement. She was debunking a blanket statement.
Yeah.
The original comment that claimed SSRIs are turning people asexual. The very same claim has been addressed and debunked not only by Rachel, but also by Cody Daigle-Oriens, also known as Ace Dad Advice,
Love them.
and by myself here on this channel in previous videos. You can check them out in the description. Dr. Youssef ignores the context.
I would also, like, obviously, you know, having content creators and asexual people, you know, come out and debunk things is absolutely amazing. But I really need, who are they talking about? In what regard? I really wish more medical professionals cared enough to do the research and debunking it themselves and doing the research into folks who are asexual to combat this misconception. I don't know. I really wish there was more more studies done. Not that that makes it any less legitimate or any more legitimate, but like it would just be nice to have something that we could show to back it up. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Of Rachel's video. TikTok is a platform designed for short-form content, yet within that 1 minute span, Rachel managed to articulate the nuances of asexuality with clarity and insight.
She did!
Something that was clearly overlooked in his response. Another point that I want to address while we're speaking on blanket statements is when Dr. Yosef claims that people with post-SSRI sexual dysfunction, quote, have no interest in forming relationships after this happens to them. If he's saying that that's the same as asexuality, not only is this a gross overgeneralization of PSSD and asexuality,
Yeah.
but it's also very harmful.
It is.
He's claiming that ace people and that people with PSSD can't form relationships.
Oh my god. That's one of like the biggest things that pisses me off about like one of the biggest misconceptions is that asexual people don't want or don't form relationships. And it doesn't like matter if it's like a platonic relationship, romantic relationship, sexual relationship. It kind of like gets clumped together. And it makes the idea of like asexual people into the like a very like loner type person who keeps to themselves and is like, you know what I mean? It just draws an image when like all of the asexual folks that I've ever known are so outgoing and have wonderful, beautiful relationships, whether it's with their, you know, their friends, family, romantic partner. It's just such a generalization and I hate it. The doctor's office I go to, on the paperwork, they asked me to add my preferred pronouns, gender, and they have a box on if I'm asexual. I love that. Like, I wish more doctors had that.
Probably the most common question that I'm asked as a professor at Hillsdale is, what happened to my country? You know, when they poll Americans, they find that...
God, what did happen to my country?
First, let's be very clear here. Asexuality is a spectrum. While some asexual folks may not be interested in sexual relationships, there are many who still form deep, meaningful, and fulfilling connections.
True.
Including romantic, platonic, and yes, even sometimes sexual relationships.
Literally.
To reduce asexuality, or PSSD for that matter, to no interest in forming relationships,
it's so harmful,
is an incredibly dismissive blanket statement that
is.
ignores the diversity of experiences both within the asexual community and among those with PSSD.
It does, which is why I need medical professionals to know what they're talking about before they say this shit. Even aro-ace people can be in a relationship. I'm aro-ace and also a lesbian. I have a girlfriend. Oh my god. And since I'm the little to no romantic, I wish people understood that. Exactly. Like, it's just people don't understand, and then they make these blanket statements as if it's a fact of life, and it really isn't. Hi, just joined late. What did I miss? We are almost done with a wonderful video talking about debunking SSRIs being linked to asexuality. I think I gotta head out, but it was nice attending your stream for a bit. Aw, thank you. I've been on SSRI since I was a preteen, and I'm asexual.
Secondly, asexuality is not inherently tied to one's relationship interests or capacities.
True.
Asexuality is about experiencing, or in some cases not experiencing, or infrequently experiencing sexual attraction.
Yes.
Not the ability or desire to connect with others in various ways. Many asexual people value and prioritize relationships, whether they're close friendships, romantic relationships, queer platonic partnerships, family, or any number of other connections. And yes, those can include sexual relationships too.
Yep.
Every one of these relationships are important, meaningful, and
He is a
valid.
content creator.
For Dr. Yosef to make such a
Dr. Yosef, I don't... Hold on. Let me... Hello? Let me see, because Pat sent me his video. Where is it?
Now, where do you stand on...
Tom Hanks, no. This is not what I wanted. Let me see. Because he sent me the link. Yeah, Dr. Yosef, and his channel is Taper Clinic, so Taper Clinic. He has more subscribers than I do. He doesn't look like a little gremlin this time. I know. He was actually cuddling me today and showing y'all that he actually loves me, as opposed to beating up my carpet. But yeah, just joining the stream now. Sad to have missed most of the video since this is weirdly common trope. I've never been on SSRIs, even though I probably need them for a while. Still ace. Accidentally sent that before finished typing. No, it's all good. I've never been depressed or have ever been on SSRIs. I've known I was asexual for 25 years. Another example of people making wild assumptions to benefit their worldview. Yeah, that's why I'm just like, I really, really wish people in the medical field knew more about asexuality or aromanticism, but mostly asexuality, before talking about this kind of stuff. It's the same thing of when, like, when someone says, oh, I'm asexual, and then another person goes, well, get your hormones checked. And then it's like, I've gotten so many comments from, like, trans ace folks that are like, well, I get my hormones checked on a regular basis, so what do you say about that?
sweeping claim about PSSD and then conflate it with asexuality, while simultaneously invalidating the spectrum of relationships that ace individuals form, shows a lack of understanding of both concepts.
True.
It's crucial that we remember that PSSD is a medical condition that impacts sexual drive and physical response, whereas asexuality is an identity that speaks to one's experience of sexual attraction.
I feel like Patrick's being so fair here. Being so kind and genuinely, like, he's being firm, but he really is trying to, like, hit home the point that there are differences. I was ace before I started taking SSRI. Sure, I didn't have the word for it, but I was still ace, honestly. Medical science tends to lag behind a lot of issues. They're still dealing with a lot of residential racism, homophobia, and transphobia in medicine. Yeah, they really are. I've had times where I was off SSRIs and nothing about my sexuality has changed. Yeah.
The two can intersect.
I believe it.
But they are not the same thing, as I mentioned earlier. So if we're going to be talking about blanket statements, Dr. Yosef's assertion is just about as blanket as it gets. By dismissing the nuances of asexuality and generalizing the experiences of individuals with PSSD, he invalidates two separate but complex aspects of human identity and health.
Yeah.
I encourage him and others to look deeper into the wealth of perspectives and lived experiences within the asexual community.
True.
To better understand the rich and varied ways that we form relationships.
Honestly. Because I feel like, I mean, I don't want to, like, toot my own horn, but, like, asexual people go about forming relationships in such a unique way. And I don't want to say our relationships tend to be more, like, deeper, because I don't want to invalidate anyone's relationship, but because we go about it in a different way, it does we do tend to connect on a different, from my experience personally, a different level than allosexual people do. People who are queer are more likely to be depressed due to how queer people are treated rather than due to their queerness, honestly. But that magically goes over people's head. Oh, yeah, it really does. I don't think I could have put it better than Pat did. So many assumptions about ace and aro people come back to society conflicting libido with attraction. 100%, y'all. 100%.
I challenge you to watch my videos, both this one and the two linked below that already address SSRIs and labeling.
And the thing is, he's literally inviting Dr. Yosef to learn more. You know what I mean? I think it's always important to learn from the people in the community that you're talking about. And I just wish he had, reached out to an asexual content creator or even Rachel before, reacting to her video, making, blanket statements and hearing what she had to say and, having his research, but also being like, she said this. Also, I don't like the use of the word brainwashed because she's literally getting a medical education. Like, she's in med school getting an education. I don't think she's particularly getting brainwashed.
I encourage you to watch them in full. I also invite you to explore additional materials to gain a broader understanding of asexuality. Read books like Ace by Angela Chen, Refusing Compulsory Sexuality, A
Amazing.
Black Lens on Our Sex-Obsessed Culture,
Literally.
by Sharonda J. Brown.
It's great.
I Am Ace by Cody Daigle Orients, and Sounds Fake But Okay, an asexual and aromantic perspective on love, relationships, sex, and pretty much anything else, by Sarah Costello and Kayla Casca.
God, I need to read
I also
more.
encourage you to watch content by creators like Rachel, like Cody, like Gentle Giant Ace, your girl Lisi, Lynn Saga, and read work by advocates like Kimberly Butler, known as the Asexual Goddess, or Elle Rose, known as Secret Lady Spider.
Pop
I
off
also
to all
invite you
these
to read
people.
my personal.
Pop off! Let's go, Patrick. Name drop them. Name drop all
in
the
my
asexual
upcoming
content
memoir
creators.
universe, Limitless. Poetry of an aromantic and asexual journey.
Which is so like, oh my god. Sorry I'm late. It's all good. I've known that I was ace for well over a decade, even though I did not know the word, and I have never been on SSRIs. This was long before I worked out that I was trans. Exactly. Hello, how are you? It's okay, you're late. We're wrapping up right now, and I have a couple other things I have to do after this, so after this video is done, I am going to be hopping off. I need to make space in my reading schedule for some of this stuff. I'm usually reading 3 or 4 books at any given time. Oh my god, good for you. Really should add some ace rep to that. I have dyslexia, so it's hard for me to read in general, but this year I need to read, y'all. Now that TikTok is the way that TikTok is, I really want to. I wish Patrick mentioned The Invisible Orientation by Julia Sandra Decker. It's been my personal favorite so far. Ace Voices by Eris Young is also good for someone who is new to Ace concept. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, I like audiobooks. Honestly, yeah, I tend to, so in the beginning of this video, I was talking about wanting to work out more and actively being healthier. I used to go for like hour or 2 walks, and I want to get back into that, especially as it like gets warmer. So audiobooks I'm definitely going to be looking into in the spring and summer. I used to read so much when I was younger, and now it's hard for me to even finish one. I definitely feel that. Even with dyslexia, I did have like comfort books, so like Percy Jackson. Unfortunately, I did used to, read Harry Potter when I was younger. It was a comfort book for me. Maze Runner I loved. To Kill a Mockingbird, weirdly enough, Atonement I loved. There are some other books. Obviously, I can't remember them all, but I definitely do want to read a whole lot more because, you know, for some reason, reading now is an active. It's a little bit of a rebellion.
I thought doctors are supposed to be lifelong students, right? And there's always room to learn and grow. So, Dr. Yosef, this is your invitation to join us in understanding the authentic and diverse experiences of asexual individuals.
I like that he's
I think
inviting.
it's important to approach conversations like these with respect and nuance.
Yes.
Something that was lacking in Dr. Yosef's video. Our identities are not up for debate or dissection.
Yes.
And invalidating someone's lived experience does nothing but advance misunderstanding. Before I close, I'd like to share another poem from my book called Often. Often I'm asked if I'm alone, if ever thoughts cross my mind, when I have no one of my own, and couples are everywhere I find. Often I'm asked if I have regret for figuring out my identity. When friends are married but I'm not yet, is there growing resent in me? Often I'm asked, or even accused, of making it all up in my head. They say our urges are like a fuse, an insatiable fire to be fed. Often I'm told to seek out treatment because they say that something's wrong. They think I should be in bereavement for a future already gone. Often I hear the not-so-quiet doubts and feel the judgmental stares. They say you can't know until you try it out, and ask why anyone should care. Often isn't always, though sometimes it seems, the role my asexuality plays has stomped on other people's dreams.
Yeah.
Often I must remind myself that I decide my own fate. I must put my pride on the top shelf and pay no mind to their hate.
I'm gonna cry.
Often I breathe in deep and close the comment section. No matter how low they may steep, I know my life's direction. Often I find simple joy in friends, as close today as we've ever been. And while the invalidation never ends, its effects are wearing thin. Always they try to tear me down, but I'll pursue my best way to live. Soon, their words will fall without a sound, because I've got 0 F's to give. Thank you all so much
I
for
love
watching.
that.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share your thoughts in the comments below, and
Please.
subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss another video.
Yes.
And don't forget to pre-order Limitless, Poetry of an Aromantic and Asexual Journey,
Yes,
using
bitch.
the links in the description below. Until next time, take care and stay true to yourself.
I love him. He's such a God, he's such a sweet man. Hold on. Let me drop his link in the chat if anyone wants to go follow him real quick. Very much appreciated. Let me. So yeah. Honestly, I learned a lot from watching that. And I definitely think it's a larger conversation that we all need to be having. I'm gonna be heading off in about 4 or 5 minutes because I have stuff I have to do after this. I had comfort books too. I'm more likely to reread comfort books that I already know what happens and start a new one. Hell yeah. I do that with TV shows a lot. Question, do you have an Android phone by any chance? If so, there's an app I would recommend that processes web pages for TTS, really helpful for reading stuff from the internet. Oh, nice. Okay. I have a Google Pixel. I don't know if that... I'm so dumb. Is that Android? Is there a term for only feeling sexual attraction on your period or a week before? I don't know, but I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. There's an app called Speechify made by a dyslexic person where it can read by either you pointing your phone camera at a book or a document. Oh, hell yeah, I love that. Check out CM Alongi? I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. For darker fantasy stories. Oh my god, nice. She also had some good queer rep too. She came out with one called Heart of Iron. Has a lot of queer characters in it. I'm honestly, I'll look that up. I need some good queer rep. I'm demisexual and probably ace flux, maybe gray ace, almost. I kind of feel better when I'm more on the ace side. Hell yeah, please subscribe to him. I definitely kind of feel that. Whenever I have sexual attraction, I'm just like, can we get this over with? I hate feeling like this. Can we move on? Please and thank you. I just wanted to say thank you, Lynn Saga, for creating videos about asexualities and other queer videos. One of your videos helped me realize that I was ace, so I will always be grateful. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. I think the term could be ace flux. True. I appreciate you guys. Y'all, stop. Yes, Pixel runs Android. Okay, nice. Voice aloud reader. I'll definitely look into it. I can drop her channel link if you want me to. Yes, please. Can you? I'll definitely do that. And then as soon as you do, I'll go follow, and then it's coming out hopefully this year or next year. Heart of Iron. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting off as soon as you do that. I don't normally like links in the chat because I've been bamboozled. But I trust. Guess it's off base. I guess this is based off eugenics, but also is it all by colonialism and repulsion and just wanting to be safe and away from unsanitary things and or just colonia trauma bonds, for example? Don't know. I don't think I understood that comment the way I was supposed to. Hey Lynn, I'm Oliver, and I just wanted to thank you. Oh my god, hi! For helping me to find out the meaning of trans, because I'm it myself. Oh my god, congratulations. I'm just waiting for you to drop that person's YouTube link. Copy and paste it. It'll take you. Okay, perfect. It didn't come up. I might have it turned off. I genuinely might have links turned off. My autism makes it so I'm more sensitive to noise, including voices, and just wanted to say your voice is calming. I appreciate that because I hate my voice. I very, very much appreciate that. I think you need live chat. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can do that. No, I don't want to time this out. Oh, God. I don't know how to... Okay. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. YouTube. And then it's c.m.a. only. Okay. Oh! Oh! I think this is her. Or them. I think this might be them. I don't know their pronouns. Okay, wait, I'm gonna do it. Okay, copy and paste it for anyone. Shout out to Michael. I cannot Parmo. I cannot be. I hate reading people's names on stream and just in general. The book, Ending the Pursuit, Asexuality, Aromanticism, and Agender Identity. Since we were talking about books earlier, first 3 chapters are particularly good. Hell yeah. The sterilization thing is also maybe why it conflicts as eugenics and they're possible. Yeah, maybe. I've been watching Lynn ever since I was 8. Oh my god. How long have I been doing this? You've been watching me since you were 8? That's crazy. Am I that old? Am I that old? Oh my god. I'm having a moment. I've been watching the hell out of lesbian romance movies. Hell yeah. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get off. Mostly because I have to go eat and then film. Damn, I feel so old now. Oh my god. I've only been doing this for what, 4 years? 5 years? 4 or 5 years? So you're 12, 13. I'm so old. How's your new place? I love it. It's really nice. It's going really well. I wish my room looked better so I could like show y'all. But yeah. I bought myself Loveless the other day. Hell yeah. Okay, everyone. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day. Oh god, I need a haircut, y'all. My hair is not doing what I like it to do. I feel like it looks so gross. Okay, goodbye. I appreciate you all for being here. I have a video already scheduled out for tomorrow. It's all about asexual joy because I really feel like this year needs it. So please check that out. And I'll have another video on Thursday. So check that out as well. Big love. Be kind to each other.